What up? Let's go. The world can see us now. Let's fucking go. Bowling. It's your boy Gunz, the Gunz Show. Last name Gunz with a Z. This will be available on idobi Radio, Spotify, iTunes afterwards. But we are live right now on Twitch. Love Twitch. Shout out to Twitch. We're here with two members of a band that I fucking have come to love. Well-deserved new EP and more available now. Hot Mulligan. Let's go. Hot Mully on the Gunz Show. Bowling.
Hello.
You gotta tell everyone we're the number one hot new band. Everyone's been saying that.
It is true. I seen it. And you know, if it's in the Twitter bio, it's definitely got to be true, right?
You can't put lies in there.
Yeah, it's true. No lying allowed in the Twitter bio. Listen, first off, it's so good to talk with you guys. I know I've been tweeting some of you back and forth now for like what seems like years, because the last year of our lives, I don't know about you personally, though, it felt like fucking 5 years. I don't even know what time it is anymore. You know what I mean?
Oh, I completely lost track of, like, I have no point of reference anymore for when our last tour was. People ask me like what I was doing last year, and I'm like, fucking, that was 2 years ago, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is today.
Yeah. It's true. I base, like, the only reason I know what month it is because like I'll be like, I'll look outside my window here in New York City and I'll be like, all right, people are wearing t-shirts, so I guess it's summer. Or, people are wearing hoodie. Like, but hoodie weather could be November, it could be March. So that's exactly where I've been. But listen, we got a lot to talk to you guys about. We've been trying to have you guys on the Gunz Show, and then you guys went and did your damn thing, obviously during the pandemic, and just dropped this brand new EP, which is so fucking good. And I think it really encompasses everything that people have come to love about Hot Mulligan. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. First off, give us an update. How are you guys doing? Album's been out for like a week and a half. Tell us about the difference between putting this one out. Did you celebrate? Did you party? Tell us about it.
Well, this one, I feel like it felt a little more lax because there's nothing to do afterwards. Whereas when we put out You'll Be Fine, it was like, all right, we're going to put this album out and go on tour. We had like a Discord streaming party the night it came out, and we were all hanging out in the chat. When this one came out, I literally like fell asleep before it came out on Spotify.
So you're talking full rock star mode. You went on full rock star.
I don't know if rock stars go to bed at 8 p.m.
Now, what did 80? Were you on tour? I'm trying to remember offhand, but everything, like I said, is a blur. Were you on tour ever when the album did come out? And did any of them have a special, like, did like people fly out for it? Did you celebrate like an after party, anything crazy when you were on tour or whatnot, or anytime you've dropped an album in the past?
No.
No. I mean, we were on tour when we released Pilot, but I don't think we did anything crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was our first tour, so it all felt crazy, or our first support tour anyways.
Yeah. We've never really had a big party. We put things out and we're all like, did we put it out? Yes. Okay. And then we go about the day.
Well, here it is. Hope the people enjoy. Like it. Well, I can tell you, I mean, I think this is a lot of people have been anticipating the new Hot Mulligan music, and we'll delve into the album in just a couple minutes. Of course, it is Gunz here. Drop me a follow. Shout out to Hot Mulligan. Hot Mully in the building. Let's go. Fucking love you guys. But I guess besides that, though, I feel like timing is starting to work out, because if you put this album out a year ago, I feel like we'd be a lot more upset and down because we couldn't do shit with it. But at least now, like, you've announced tour dates, you've been selling dates out already, which is rad. This is cool. I feel like this is a good time to release this album.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like a great time.
It worked out all right. I don't know, because we put out You'll Be Fine right at the beginning of the pandemic. And we were like, yo, we're about to tour on this brand new full-length album.
That is true. Yes.
And then it seems like everyone just sat in their rooms listening to You'll Be Fine for the past year and a half.
Yes.
Our numbers have gone up quite a bit. So I don't know what would have been a good time for it.
Yeah. I mean, that is true. I feel like I felt like we were able to hear some of those news. Didn't we hear a couple of those new songs on the Nella Vita tour, Grayscale? Wasn't like one or two of them out that you were able to, didn't you play Crab live, or did Crab come out? Like, yeah. So we were able to get like a tease of how those songs were going to be live. And then of course the biggest tease of them all was we're going to release this album, which is so damn good. And then everyone's just going to listen to it in the comfort of their houses and apartments.
Yeah, that's it.
So you know what's going to happen now, though, as we speak with Hot Mulligan. Now that you've got that album, and now you just dropped a brand new EP, you guys are going to have to play a 2-hour set on the headliner because we need to hear all these songs.
Great.
I think after a year off, after maybe like the first 20 minutes of a set, I think I'm gassed out. Dude. We need some conditioning is what we need.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know if I have to start jogging or what, but I feel like such a fucking pudge monster. It's going to be gross when we get on stage. I typically sweat a lot, but it's going to be moist up there.
It's going to be rough, right? I am in New York City right now. We have a high humidity warning right now as there's a giant thunderstorm outside, and I feel disgusting. And I actually was in AC over the weekend. I saw Knuckle Puck play, which was fucking rad. I finally got to see a live concert. I saw Knuckle Puck. I saw that early November, Less Than Jake, couple of really rad bands. And even up on stage, though, it seemed like, well, we all got to get back in shape. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure.
I want to ask you guys this. Going into this EP, was it are you stoked? Were you anxious? Like, what's going on from your point? Or was it kind of just like, hey, we don't really have pressure. Like, who knows what the hell is going to happen next couple months? Let's just get more music out because we want to put music out.
Pretty much the latter. I personally did not have a care in the world putting out the EP. I kind of went into it personally with the mentality that no one is really going to care about an EP, but we wanted to write songs in the downtime because we just hadn't been with each other for months. So to see the response be overwhelmingly positive is crazy. But yeah, I didn't really, I didn't care that much. We were just doing it.
Yeah. I don't know how the other boys were about it, because I was on the same page, whereas I was kind of indifferent. It's we'll have some new songs out in the world and that's cool, but it's it's whatever. It's an EP. It's songs that we like. We'll put them out. We'll play them live. If it gets received well, then it does. If it doesn't, then it's definitely an EP. So,
right. Yeah. So it's not like there's, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them that you're guaranteed or have to deal with it. It's an EP. So, hey, we can, with whatever. But I mean, come on, you guys have to know that this album is, it is solid. I mean, just for all those that don't know, I won't reach out to you. And I feel like it's the perfect blend of the next step for a Hot Mulligan, but also encompasses everything that fans will love from the past. For it's like the last track on. There's more clean guitar, or not more clean guitars, but it's you're picking up with track one with the clean guitars and just showing off also more vocals and whatnot. But then you go to the last track, and I think last track's one of the best stuff you've done. And the ending of the last track, Please Don't Cry, is going to be wild live. People are going to lose their fucking minds. It's going to be so fucking sick to see that live.
It's going to be really neat.
Yeah, I'm stoked for how it turned out, and that we were able to get more in tune with how we were writing songs and do things that were a little different because it was an EP instead of an album. And we had more experience after writing the last album.
Yeah, I was stoked on it just because of it's the little artistic shit that no one ever gives any sort of a fuck about. I don't think that we're really good artists, but with this little EP, we were able to do some interesting bookending stuff between the first and last track. And I was adamant about I think me and Chris are on the same page with where I think we kind of have to do it like this. Mm-hmm. Because it's it'll just be a cool thing to pick up on, that the first track is the down tempo, relaxed
Right.
Like, I guess, fuck it. And then the last track is like the not so down tempo anymore, full send, like the upset of it, you know?
And did that come from just being from the musician aspect of it, or did you guys just want to kind of up yourselves, or was it kind of like, hey, why not? If we ever had a chance to kind of test things out, we might as well do it now.
I don't know either. I know we never done anything like that where we like necessarily like and intended to keep our release cohesive or tell a story or like reference past parts of other songs or anything within a release. It just happened because we wrote all the songs so fast, and it was just like the mindset that we were in at the time.
We're speaking here with Hot Mulligan. Of course, you can follow them. The new EP available right now. I won't reach out to you. It's Gunz here from The Gunz Show. If you have any questions, feel free. I think you just had to refresh for anybody out there. Feel free to refresh the feed. You'll see it. And also chat room, blow it up. Let's go. Drop me a follow below. This will also be available on The Gunz Show podcast tomorrow as well. You mentioned recording and just being able to see each other, and everyone was kind of whatever. Did you spend a lot of times like on Zoom beforehand, like for pre-production stuff? Were you studying like anything, or was it kind of just like, hey, fuck it, let's all just get together and do the damn thing and see what happens?
We spent zero time on Zoom or doing pre-production. Really. We had one writing session before we went to the studio. I think we spent like a weekend together. And I think Losing Days and Pop Shove It were the only songs that we wrote during that time. And featuring Mark Hoppus was originally like a 1.5-minute acoustic track that Tids sent me a voice memo of.
Wow.
We're turning out to have a sort of knack for showing up with not much and doing pretty all right.
Right. I yeah, it seems to be working just fine, right? I mean, if it, I guess if the expectations are low, or just the whole no more additional pressure on yourselves, let's just do what we want to do. And if kids like it, they dig it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With obviously you drop Mark Hoppus, featured Mark Hoppus first. The reaction to that was wild. People definitely digging that. Question I'm sure you've had to answer before, but whatever, you're on the Gunz Show here. Did you reach out to Hoppus beforehand to let him know about this? Have you heard back from Hoppus about this? And is it true that you guys are going to be direct support for Blink-182 later this year?
Huh.
Well, we tweeted at him in the studio. He did not answer us. We asked for permission on Twitter, and he did not respond. We took that as a yes.
Right. A for effort, right? Listen, you did your part. You reached out. It's up to him now to have responded, right?
We truly got the worst case scenario because Chris was invited on to Mark's after school radio, like Apple Music podcast thing. Mm-hmm. And they talked about it for a little bit. And Chris can tell you about that. But what we wanted to have happen was Mark Hoppus sues Hot Mulligan for using his name. and then we get publicity off of that and rename the song Soulja Boy Gaming Console. That was an A+ scenario, but it just didn't go the way we wanted it to, you know?
I mean, shit. I mean, that could have really propelled Hot Mulligan to the next level.
Exactly.
Then Blink-182 would be opening for you guys if that happened. You know?
Definitely.
Exactly. Sure. And we thought maybe we'd get like an extra press kick out of like the lawsuit, and it's like, what's this new song they released? But it's actually the same one from before, just with an even worse title.
Tell us about the did you end up going on Hoppus' show though?
I did, and you know what? I think I embarrassed myself because, well, first of all, I was nervous beforehand because I'm like, our booking agent texted me. He was like, "Hey, Mark, like you're gonna talk on the phone with Mark," and I'm like, haha, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, like we're gonna send you a link." So like I hopped on FaceTime with Mark, and it was Mark and all of his producers for the radio show. but Mark's face was the only one I couldn't see. So I thought the producers were asking me questions. So I was talking to Mark in like a third person where like I addressed him as Mark the whole time instead of like talking to him as if I was talking to him. Like I was talking to Mark as if I thought he was someone else.
Just not realizing that it's right. Yeah, because you literally did not know that it was.
I didn't know.
When I listened back to it, I was like, this is super funny and cool. And also, Chris speaks like an alien when he's not talking to me, I guess.
Imagine I'm talking to you this whole episode, but like I just keep saying like I just keep calling you Gunz, even though I keep calling Gunz Gunz, even though I know it's Gunz.
Right. And physically right there. Yeah. Physically right there and on the air with me and not being able to. So what you're saying is that turned out great for you is what it's
even better than I could imagine.
Now you did get, I mean, that is so rad. And obviously we love Hoppus and, huge Hoppus supporter here and obviously all Blink. I thought it was funny that did you purposely not say featuring Travis Barker? Because Travis Barker is literally featured on every single song out these days. Is that why you went with Mark? Because everything else is featuring Travis Barker.
Prior to naming the song, it seemed like Mark was all the features, but as soon as we decided to like pull the trigger on featuring Mark Hoppus, Travis came out of the woodwork and he said, I'm going to do everything. Like, I don't know what he got up to the past 6 months, but he is fucking everywhere.
It truly is. Yeah. It's Travis's fault for not making himself known to us. So,
blame on him. Of course, Travis are making, literally just everything. Obviously, from MGK to just MGK and Mod Sun to just so many great artists and bands that he's working with, and really propelling. I don't like using the word scene or anything genre, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't really use those words, but just really propelling this type of music and just getting it more attention, which is finally that. I mean, that's all we kind of want. But, everyone's like, oh, well, we need a revival or whatnot. For many of us, none of us ever left. But now it's becoming more mainstream, or at least more people are paying attention to that kind of music, whatever you want to call it or describe it as. And I think that's rad because I think that's a win all around, because that means more people are kind of paying attention to bands now and also the influences of the bands today, which I think I always try to encourage my viewers and listeners to do, is kind of look at the bands that inspired some of your favorite bands that you're going to listen to, today or seeing them in concert. Make the circle continue, if you would, right?
Right.
That make any sense at all? Or did I felt like I was in front of a class and just rambling about shit that nobody wanted to be, like for a presentation that nobody wanted to listen to.
Yeah, dude, don't get it. I don't feel it. I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
I want to say this though, because when You'll Be Fine came out, I honestly believe that the first 4 or 5 tracks might be my favorite fucking mixtures of songs since like Saves the Day through Being Cool. And I don't say that lightly, because that album is one of my like top 3 of all time. Saves the Day through Being Cool. The way that You'll Be Fine, the track listing came off, each song has a different feel to it, and that album is something really, really special. Really special.
Well, I wish you were writing the reviews for it.
Well, listen, I'm the only one that matters. It's Gunz the Gunz Show, but I really think that is. And then, of course, like later on with Backyard and stuff like that, which is just sheer insanity. And when people are able to see that song live again, did you, with that album though, was setlist and the coherency of the album, is that something you put a focus on?
Yeah, we spent like go ahead, James.
Oh, I was gonna say, not so much me. I don't really care, but Chris thought about it a lot.
Yeah, Tage, he writes lyrics, and I think about where things go a lot. We spent like a good amount of time talking about, like the track listing. I say a good amount of time, and I really mean probably like an hour. But we didn't think about it as like a set list. We just, because I don't know, I didn't think we were going to like play the album in full ever, but now it's been so long, I want to.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that'd be sick. I just think I love albums that kind of like have a coherent feeling. And those first 4 or 5 songs all have distinctive parts that each song's got. I think it just flows so well into each other one after another. And also has like a distinctive part that if I play it or I play it for the Gunz Show listeners, something will stand out and you get the, oh shit moment. And I love the, you know what I mean? Like, oh shit, let's go. Like, and I feel like all those songs have that moment in them, which is always a rad thing for sure.
That's good.
So congratulations is what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like I was saying, I don't think about the cohesion of it just because I don't know. It's never been a thing in most of the music that I listen to. I was just talking about it today where like I still listen to like iPhone recording demo music, like bedroom hard emo. And none of that is ever cohesive and it all sounds terrible, but it's some of my favorite songs. Like,
yeah. Did you,
I think,
yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just going to say, I think like part of the cohesiveness is just like, it's just how we write songs and the energy we were feeling at the time. And even when you wrote You'll Be Fine, I think we wrote the bulk of it in 2 weeks together. Pretty much every project we've ever done has been in one writing session and then time to go to the studio. So I think just where we're at, like in that mindset at the time of writing the instrumentals and stuff brings it all together because there's no time to go away and experience something else and come back with fresh ideas until the next time we write an album.
Right. The next run of it for sure. With the new EP, because, you know, it did drop a little over a week and a half ago. We're speaking here with Hot Mulligan on The Gunz Show. Drop a follow below, twitch.tv/The Gunz Show has Twitch because I literally do have Twitch. So that's what we do. The Gunz Show has Twitch. Boom. I was very drunk when I made that username.
It's perfect. It's flawless.
Yeah. I mean, I just speak facts, you know, I literally have Twitch. This is the things that we come up with in during a pandemic after a lot of drinks. I have Twitch username. Perfect.
He does have it.
I have it. What's one of your favorite songs now that everybody can go and listen to it?
Please Don't Cry, You Have Swag is like one of my favorites for sure. But I really wanted to make sure that when that outro came in, it was like you got hit by a truck, you know? So we were really careful about making sure like only so much can happen in the song before the full band kicks in. Like there cannot be a build up to the outro. There cannot be any percussion, no harmonies, like as bare bones as it can be to like trick you into thinking that the whole song is just going to be there until the second that it's not.
Fuck yeah.
I'd say Losing Days, dude. It's underrated because it's short and apparently the length of a song determines how good it is. I didn't know that.
Apparently. Dude, so like sorry.
Straight up, like 4 different reviews. Because I go through and I read reviews on our songs because I think it's like you get different perspectives from all of them. And sometimes they're cool, and sometimes people say that you Yelp. But for Losing Days, the biggest complaint that I keep hearing about it is how short it is. But that's something I've always valued a lot in a song. Like Joyce Manor has mastered it, where they have these like short, like condensed, super hooky songs. And I wanted to make one of those and everyone else was down, and Losing Days came out like it's less than 2 minutes. And the whole time it's like a full send short little punk song, you know?
And yeah. And guess what? It's going to be less than 2 minutes of sheer chaos when it gets performed live.
Yeah.
Like, you want to talk about
with any.
You want to talk about losing weight or sweating? Everyone will sweat profusely during that song live because it's just going to be nuts in the pit for that song. People are going to fucking go wild.
Exactly.
So, that's what it's all about. Listen, I do think, like I said, the EP is very, very solid. Before we get to the fan questions, feel free to drop them in the Gunz Show chat room right below and drop me a follow. It would be very rad. We got some great bands coming up the next couple of weeks and months for sure. We had the Wonder Years on not too long ago. We just had Water Parks on Sunday, which was fucking awesome. And just so many great bands. I had our buddy Garden on a couple weeks ago, and Garden loves Hot Mulligan, and Hot Mulligan, I assume, loves Garden as well. But he didn't. I don't remember if he told me who it was, but it was a very good interview because I love Garden. He's great. But he said something. Somehow we got to drones, and somebody had a mishap with the drone. Do we know about this? Are we aware of this?
It was me.
I haven't heard about this, Chris. What the fuck did you do?
Okay, so
Whoops.
Did I tell you I got the drone tapes?
You get a drone, but when I say we should have a drone.
Hey, there was no drone store around. If you would have let me know a week in advance, I would have bought the drone.
Lies,
Tate really wanted
Chris.
us to have a drone. So I get a drone, okay? Maybe a little later than Tate's wanted me to have the drone, but I buy the drone nonetheless. Okay?
You buy a drone? Okay.
I'm having a fantastic time with my drone. Just the time of my life. I am smiling like a child in a candy store. And I'm trying out this feature of my drone where it flies on like a predetermined path. And I live around some trees, and I thought I had created enough space for my drone to fly this path, but alas, I did not. The drone, it crashed into a tree and like fell upside down, and the blades were still spinning. And so my natural instinct for some reason was to stick my hand into the drone and try to turn it off.
Oh, Christ.
The drone decimated my hand, and then I got it right side up again though, so it could fly, but it was damaged after the first fall. So I grabbed drone, it cuts my hand, I get it upright, it soars again. I'm so happy. I'm seeing my drone out in the wilderness, but it takes a course I did not tell it to take. It flies into another tree way up there. It crashes down. It's horrible. It's a horrible time. I pick it up again. I cut my hand even more. My drone was destroyed.
I can't.
I never felt like it was the biggest rush of emotions I could feel in the span of like 90 seconds. I was having joy, then I was in pain, and then I had joy again, and then I was in pain as I was witnessing joy once more, and then I was sad, really sad.
It serves you right, Chris. I wanted that drone action. I wanted to have my hands cut up.
That's what I deserve.
So you go behind the rest of the band's back, and they're like, "Hey, look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get this drone that everybody wanted."
The rest of the boys were indifferent. This is specifically me.
Oh, specifically you. I feel like I'm Judge Judy in court right now. I've got the two parties right now.
I would say, in fact, the rest of the boys were opposed to the drone, but Tate was like adamantly for it.
I was very much for the drone.
So how is the hand? Are we good? Did it hurt, or were you just high on adrenaline at the time?
It hurt, but like not until afterwards. I was definitely shaking. I have like a little scar right now, but
gotcha.
You can't really tell, I guess, through the camera.
So you're good.
I'm good.
Have we learned any lessons?
Yeah, I bought propeller guards for my drone.
There it is. There it is, kids. When putting your hand in the drone propeller, make sure you have propeller guards at a time. And all will be
now
good.
I can grab it and I won't cut myself.
Right. Perfect. Oh man, Tage, were you delighted when you heard that story? Serves him right.
Yeah. No, that's sick. Good.
Serves you right, motherfucker. Right?
Yeah. This bastard. I can't believe the audacity.
Oh my gosh. Let's get to some questions. It is, of course, the Gunz Show. First time viewers, make sure to drop me a follow below. We have a lot of fun here every single Wednesday and Sunday and Tuesdays apparently as well, because we got Hot Mulligan on. Their brand new EP is so good. Listen to that. Listen to all their old stuff. Also, by the way, tour I was out at AC with Peanut. I don't know if Peanut does booking for you guys. I think he does, right?
He does.
Oh, perfect. I know Peanut's a big supporter of you guys. I know APA. I didn't know who specifically was working with you guys. I was down at because I did the Emo Night Brooklyn. I was with Peanut, and we were just ecstatic about how well this tour is going. And like, you're getting bumped up to larger venues. You're adding more additional dates. That's got to feel so fucking rad that after a year and a half not being able to do anything, after putting out an album and a half, kids are so stoked that already months ahead of time it's selling out. Let's go.
It feels so good that it feels fake. Like I actually, every time they send us like updates on the tickets, I'm like, guys, I'm scared. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've always had a problem looking forward to things. I see it and I'm like, wow, wonder what I could get for dinner tonight. You know, like, I don't know when I'll be excited, but I'm sure I will eventually.
Right. Well, I like that. I like a little calm before the storm, if you would.
Yeah.
You know, a calm before the storm. But listen, for anybody who's seen you guys live, they know that you guys absolutely crushed. And I think I honestly think one of my favorite shows that I went to was that Grayscale, the Mully tour, which is, I mean, that was just so much fun. Fuck, that was a lot of fun.
That was a dope tour too.
That was so rad. And and the fans just really appreciated every single band, which was cool. It's not like they showed up late. It's not like anything like that. They really appreciated every band, and they at least knew a couple songs from every band, which is also so important. And I mean, the way that just worked out was so rad. Of course, I've seen you on Sets Fail. I've seen you guys throughout the years, obviously, but that one in particular. And what sucks is it was right before everything. It's like, here we are. Hot Mulligan, like, yeah, fuck yeah, everyone's buzzing, and stop.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to rebuild it, but I think it's happening. And that's why, I've been reaching out, wanted you guys on the Gunz Show. And I know clearly people want that to happen again. People are rooting for you guys. People are in your corner because the tour is already selling. If you're listening and watching this right now, I am urging you, demanding, decreeing, if you would, to make sure to pick up a ticket for Hot Mulligan. Tour's in a couple months, but it's going to sell out. Don't be an asshole. Get it now. Don't be that person who's fucking complaining and can't find tickets in a couple months. Do the damn thing. Do it right now, because these songs are going to be fucking sick live to see. Gunz Show approved. Ball in. Let's go. How about that for a review? Was that a good review? How about we use that as
that was great
promo material right there? Let's get to some questions real quick. Zayu D wants to know, will you only be playing songs from You'll Be Fine and the new EP, or old songs as well in the upcoming tour?
We'll be playing old songs too.
Yeah, we have to. Like the old ones have too much appeal to just not crank them out, you know.
Miranda,
they're also the only ones I know how to play.
Yeah, that's true.
Miranda Tree wants to know, serious question, everybody. She writes that, or they write that. Serious question. Okay. If I provided a house, drinks, snacks, and bud, would you guys do a house show when you came to Dallas?
A house show?
Like old times.
Chris.
No.
What if we don't announce it? What if it's a secret set?
I promise you, I'm going to be trying to take a nap.
Yeah. But
I promise you I'll be trying to take a nap. We can
burn a house down and then take a nap.
I was going to say that is pretty enticing. Like, listen, Miranda's hooking it up with everything. What else do you possibly need?
She does have the goods. She does.
All the goods.
We will not be sleeping at your place, but we will be taking your supplies. Go on.
Yes. So that's definitely a maybe. So what we're saying is that's a maybe 100% happening. Got it?
Yeah.
What do we got? Ireland. I don't know what that said. A lot of people asking about tours. Obviously, you've announced the U.S. tour dates, which is very rad. UK fans are fucking losing their minds, though. What the hell do we tell them? Come over here? Like, what do we do?
Who wants to live in America right now? We'll go to them eventually. We'll get them.
Okay, so there's your answer right there. We will go to them eventually, or they'll come to you eventually. Real Sea Pork wants to know if you give a free shoey on this stream.
Yeah, pork goes into I stream on Twitch. I play video games and get drunk. And if you donate enough money, I chug beer out of a boot like an animal. Because I bluffed about it once, and then they called my bluff, and now if I back down, I'm a coward. I'll do one, pork, because I'm honor bound now.
Let's go. You got a beer? You have a beer ready to go? Listen, I can
find one, Chris.
I have a hard seltzer. I'll pound one with you.
I'll be back in a moment.
All right, we'll be back in a moment.
Go get.
This is great. This is awesome. Live.
You guys cannot be encouraging this behavior from him.
It's all downhill after this. This is incredible. This is why you need to follow the Gunz Show. You never know what you're going to get. You're going to get people pounding beers. And I'm drinking this is the latest hard seltzer that I've been crushing is called Vizzy, because I'm over White Claws. I'm all clawed out. Been drinking those shits for like 3 years. So now Vizzy is the new drink that we're drinking. He's back. What does he have? I can't wait to see this. Great suggestion.
All right. Here's the shoe. I keep this shit on me.
I thought you were using a different shoe last time.
Yeah, I cycle between two, so I have at least one clean one. So it's not all foot fungus in my mouth.
So this shoe is...
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean you cycle between them so you have a clean one? Do you you decide when one is clean after you've worn it for a few days?
No, Chris, I do a quick incantation and I hope it works.
It's happening. That's a Vans. Let's go right into Vans. Shout out to Vans, by the way.
Shout out to Vans.
How would you describe the aroma of that shoe right now?
No matter how many times you wash it, kind of like piss and dirt.
Perfect. Seems like the perfect thing to put a beer into. Okay.
Pork, you're an animal.
Salute. Let's go. Oh boy, he really did it. Oh my, that's
okay. Did you wash the shoe?
Not for this one. I don't wear them. It's a stale beer in here. I don't fucking go walk for a half hour and then come back and think I should suck beer out of it.
I felt like I needed to put a disclaimer up there. How would you rate that on a scale of 1 to 5 as far as good shoeies that you've done?
About a 3. When I'm much drunker, we get to 5 territory. But
what's the most shoeies that you've ever done?
I think I did 8 in one stream.
Yeah.
What? They keep paying me money and I'm getting drunk anyway.
I mean, you're getting paid.
Oh, thank you, Real Sea Pork, for allowing that to happen. Chris, you've got any talents that you'd like to share with us?
I'm really good at picking my nose, but I normally do that in private.
Right. Well, before you go out on stage, not stream it to everybody.
Right.
Oh, that's wild.
I have no shame. I have no reason to have shame at this point in my life, dude. Fuck it.
Fuck it is right. That's awesome. Is that a thing you also do on tour? Will you be bringing the shoey on tour? Will you be doing that on stage? Will you be doing it in the meet and greets? Who knows, right?
Yeah, no, I like that. Who knows? Maybe.
You're just gonna have a bunch of the meet and greet people are gonna bringing you shoes in the meet and greet line and demanding that you do. You want to make it on stage,
and this is how I get hepatitis A. Exactly. Yes.
Oh God.
And Chris will be standing sideline watching it the whole time.
I feel like that's perfect. Actually, John Perez wants to know, in addition to shoeies and fan shoes on the rider for the upcoming tour, what's other things that you guys have put on your rider in the past, or would you like to put on the rider?
Well, for one festival, we put on, those shades where it's just like plastic bars, and they're not
shutter shades
at all. Yeah, shutter shades. We put those on there, and I think we put fidget spinners on there one time.
Oh yeah, fidget, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember those?
Juice.
Yeah. What kind of juice?
Vape juice.
Okay.
For nicotine, because we all smoked cigarettes for too long and got addicted to nicotine, and none of us can kick it forever.
Right.
So, we're typically hummus and chips types.
Mm-hmm.
And then garbage beer.
The best kind. Yeah, because you don't want to enjoy your beer. You just want to crush it.
Yeah, you want it in you quickly so you can move on to the next.
But the cheaper the beer you get, the more you can have.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Because it tastes like water. Amen. Amen to that. Exactly. Tell Chris I have Pokemon cards with his name on them when he comes to Phoenix. That's from somebody.
Those are for Brandon. They're not for me.
Okay. But if they're given to you, will you give them to Brandon or will you just keep them yourself?
I'll probably keep them myself and try to flip them.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, looks like that's I don't know. There's a couple other ones. Somebody said the best Natty Light and Sabra. I don't know about Sabra, but yes, Natty Light is essentially water. You're allowed to have 18 of them at one point. Exactly. I've been drinking Michelob Ultras lately because it's across the street in like the CVS. So I've been pounding Michelob Ultras. Apparently, it's supposed to watch my figure as well. I have the slim, skinny cans, but when you drink literally the 18 pack of them on a Friday, I just feel like it's essentially just a 12 pack of regular beer. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah. But it goes for long.
So, I mean, you are, but you eat. So, like, if you keep doing the skinny cans, I'm sure, like, it's going to work out for you.
Yes, totally. I fucking love this band, Hot Mulligan. It's been too long. We needed you on the show. I'm so glad that now came out that with EP and everything came out a little over a week and a half ago. It's solid. They're so good. I can't wait to see these shows live. So many have already sold out. For the audience out there, make sure to go do it. I guess one of my final questions would be, and shout out to all the viewers out there. Thank you so much for watching along. This will be available on Spotify, iTunes. The Gunz Show is also a music podcast. Spell my last name right. It's literally Gunz. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and also below. The Gunz Show is Twitch. Boom. There's all my promo. Knocked it all out. Whew. Final question. When you guys, two questions. One, when you guys finally get back out on stage, that first show, whatever it might be, whether it's the tour, whether it's maybe like a one-off beforehand, what's the first song that you want to open with?
Shaylee.
Shaylee, you say?
For the memes. I'll do it for the memes.
I don't know. I think Don't Cry You Have Swag makes both a very good opener and closer.
Okay. And I guess the other thing is, what part in a song are you looking forward to playing the most?
Ooh. Probably the pre-chorus to Digging In. I feel like that's just going to be cathartic.
Digging In is going to be good. I'm looking forward to Pop Shove It because that song is essentially a break for me where I don't have to try very hard.
Always thinking.
Yeah.
Always thinking about himself. That's
Yeah. Oh, painfully selfish.
Final question. Somebody just wrote this as well. Also, somebody said that they do a lot of shoeys because they played rugby and they can't even count the amount of times they've done shoeys. So shout out to Slump Buster who said that.
High honor.
For the song, there was a semi. For the song, there was semi. Does that mean a what the fuck?
A semi fight on I-69.
Yes, I know, but I'm trying to read the rest of it to make it. Yes, for that. Does that mean a big between semi trucks or like a half-hearted fight? Also, I love that song because the highway goes from Michigan to Texas, so it's Destiny or something. I don't know. I have no idea what that means. Do you guys understand what that question meant?
Well, my illiterate friend. Yeah, there was a semi fight. I was driving over to Chris's and I was on 69. I think we might have called it that because 69 is the funny number. And
no, it was I-69.
Okay.
Right.
But I saw two semis like fucking both pull off to either side. And it was really scary. And I told Chris there was a semi fight. And we were both like, that's a song name.
All right. So the thing I didn't get was, does that mean a big between semi trucks or like a half-hearted fight? So
it was a big.
Perfect.
Yeah.
A big. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Final thing. How about this? Did you guys know that I used to moderate Michelle Branch's message boards, and I've known Branch for almost 20 years, and she's a good friend. have you ever heard from her about your song? Or do I have to set this up? Do I have to make this happen?
She's aware of the song. She was confused. She posted it on Instagram when it came out. If you could arrange a meeting, I would love nothing more.
That would be wonderful. That would be very
awesome.
Good.
Maybe we do a photo shoot. And she equips sunglasses. And Mark is there too.
I feel like everybody that you've mentioned in your songs has to come together. We got to get Mark Hoppus, we got to get Branch, we got to get everybody involved into this into a big Hot Mulligan party.
Motherfucking Tony Hawk.
Hell
yeah.
Tony Hawk, bring them in.
So many. Bring them all in. By the way, Michelle Branch is awesome. She's an absolute sweetheart and very cool stuff there. Listen, enough of me. Enough of Hot Mulligan. Go listen to their music. It's so damn good. Thank you guys for doing this. Shout out to Jamie Collette and everybody, the whole fam, everybody for making this happen. You, the viewers out there, on a hot and humid night here in New York City. I'm gonna go drink. I'm gonna go play some Trivia Tuesday action because now that New York City is reopening, we can do trivia again. But I fucking love this band, Hot Mulligan. I can't stress it enough. Pick up merch, buy that shit, learn the words, get ready because they're touring in just a couple months. Maybe some shit will happen sooner. I don't know. That's why you got to follow them on Twitter. We've survived drone injuries, literally drone injuries, and we've survived diseases that you've never even heard of that are found in shoes that you drink from. So hepatitis, all sorts of weird, just penicillin. We need penicillin on the go.
On the go.
They're called Hot Mulligan. Anything else you want to say to all the fans out there, new and old?
No. You're stinky. Fucking got him.
Got him.
You all stink like shit.
Yeah, got him, dude.
Yeah. Please wear deodorant when you come to the tour.
Yeah, stinky.
Yeah, you stinky bastards.
Yeah.
Wear deodorant. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, fans. Thank you, everybody. Top Molly. I'm going to play a song as we go out. Thanks so much. And fuck yeah, guys. You can rewatch this on Twitch, of course. And then it's going to be up on the Gunz Show podcast tomorrow with the Rex, who are also a very solid band that I have a lot of fun with. And those guys are solid. So if you don't know, now you do know. It's Gunz. This is the Gunz Show on Twitch. Hot Molly. Fuck yeah. Love you guys. Hot Mulligan. Support them.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it.